All right, we got about 1 minute and we're going to be getting started soon. Hey, y'all. Welcome to my kitchen. All right, give me a couple of seconds to get it together and then we're coming back. Hey, Sugar Lump. Hey. Ooh, it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, you know the rest. It's SugarPearl Studio Kitchen Live. Hey, everybody watching on Facebook at Carla Renee. Hey, Marv. Mwah. Everybody watching at Sugar Pearls on Facebook or YouTube at Sugar Pearls, and my Instagram watchers. Hey, y'all. Thank you for checking in to Sugar Pearl Studio Kitchen Live. Okay, we've got a great recipe tonight. I hope you like Thai. Hi, baby. Hey, Retta. You know what I'm gonna do tonight? I'm going to take my time. I looked at last week's show and I was like, girl, where are you rushing? Where was she going? You would think that I had like commercial breaks that I had to get ready for or something. I felt like I was rushing. And tonight I just want to take my time. I just want an easy breezy. Honey, the day was good. I can't think of one wrong thing with today. I probably could if I thought hard enough, but why? It's Sugar Pearl Studio Kitchen Live. Hey, tell everybody we about to be eating good in my hood right now. All right, I'm gonna take the time to read my comments, and just like go through the recipes so that I don't know if you wanted to jot some things down. I found this recipe, and so I was hanging out with the culinary team, Miss Myrick and Miss Davis at West Charlotte, and amazing souls. And Myrick has a cookbook in her room. Every time she goes in there, everybody just starts looking through it. And I found this Thai coconut curry mussels. So it's mussels and a coconut curry broth. I'm probably not gonna make it exactly as I saw in the book, but it just looked so good. I just had to do it. The only thing I'm not having in it is bok choy, and that's because after going to 2 stores today, I still could not find the bok choy. Gas is too high to be driving around looking for bok choy. So I brought my hind parts home. And well, you can imagine the bok choy in there. All right. Mussels are done, so I cheated. I bought them frozen. We're gonna go through all of that in just a little bit and get started. We're not talking about the Smiths tonight. Let me just go ahead and get that out of the way. I already said how I felt about it. Okay, so we know that that's not going to be a subject tonight. Okay, period. But we are going to talk about some things that happened with me. And I'm going to share that with you at the end of this recipe because it's so important. And I hope you get to stick around till the end so I can share with all the events of the week. And, it was nice to have a takeaway just for me. Yeah, so I'm gonna give that nugget at the end. But before we get started, before we get cooking, good looking, let me let you know that I gotta say hello before I do anything to my 2 favorite senior citizens in the entire galaxy, and that's my mom and dad. Hey, mom and dad. Thompson and Ethel Isaac in Lynchburg, South Carolina, checking in tonight to SugarPearl Studio Kitchen Live. Without you, there would be no show. There would be no show. So I always shout out my mom and dad because they're always watching, even when they go back and they watch the replay. And that to me is, I love y'all watching too, but to have my mom and dad like sitting there watching me be a big old kid, cook and eat on TV, on the internet, is my favorite audience. So thank you, mom and dad. All right. What? Oh, tonight's recipe. Okay, so we're doing mussels, right? Okay, we're doing mussels tonight in the Thai coconut curry. Share the show right now and go. Okay, good. And all the information you need to know is right there or down below. So I have a cousin. I'm calling this mussels a la Felicia. Okay. This recipe is dedicated to Felicia Ben tonight. Felicia, Michael, Kim, they were like one of my first customers when I started cooking for folks. And I'm so appreciative to you, Felicia, for just being you, girl. Hey. And I know how much you love mussels. Now, Felicia's son, Greg. Hey, Greg. Hey, Amari. Greg is a great chef, so he can make this recipe for you also. Now, so it's mussels a la Felicia, going into my supportive sweetheart of a cousin, Felicia Ben, one of my very first customers of SugarPearls. I got these frozen today. I got them, yes, honey. And in one pack this is for a 14-ounce pack. I got 2 packs. Okay, they were less than $5. Okay, now here's why I'm not snobbish about getting frozen mussels today. Ready? 1, I'm tired. I can't even feel my pinky toes. I can't. I did not want to like scrub the mussels and, cut the beards off the mussels. And child, she tired, so she bought her some. All right, second. If you get your mussels frozen, chances are they're all good, because when they go through a whole little pasteurization process, and usually when that happens, they're only going to put the open ones in the packs to sell. So you're almost always getting 100% perfect mussels. Okay. The only thing I did when I got my mussels, I brought them home. I cut them. Now this one, don't get that flavored stuff. Okay. That was the other thing I wanted to. Don't do the flavored stuff. Okay. You want the mussels in the natural juices. All right. No garlic parm, no any of that stuff that has all sorts of stuff that we don't want to add to our diet. It's also got extra amounts of salt and just, you don't want to add other ingredients. Okay. So make sure that they're in their natural juice. All right. So I took them out, cut the package open, and just put them in a sink of running water and just inspected them. Sure enough, all of the mussels were open. Okay, that's good. That's great. I checked to make sure it didn't have what they call a beard on the outside of the mussels. Like it literally looks like little hairs. Okay. If you see that, you can probably pull it off or just scrape it off with a spoon. Okay. Very easy. But these, I found like one piece of beard. So that was really good. I got to take it through my own cleaning process and still made sure I got some good mussels. So after I did that, I added a little salt, a little lime juice, just a little bit to kind of clean them up. And then I put them in a big saucepan. Y'all, I got the saucepan for like $4. $4. They weren't gonna give it to me. I was like, I gotta pay you, dummy. So they let me, and the reason why it was $4 is because it's real good too. It don't have a lid and the handles are different sizes. So I was like, I could use a big old sauce pot. So I got this one for $4. And then I just put the mussels in it and then covered it with water, a little bit of salt, and about that much butter. It wasn't quite a half a stick, okay? But that much butter in all that water and just, kind of half covered it, let it boil, cook down, and like get all these good juices going. After it's done that for about 4 minutes, you're shaking, you're looking, take it out. Okay, so I did that ahead of time to show you. You see where I got the mussels here, right? All open after I took them out of the pot, cooked. All right. Then the liquid that had cooked down on the mussels, I poured that through a little strainer. If you've got cheesecloth or, like me, a fine mesh strainer, go ahead and pour that liquid through, and this is what you've got, liquid gold. Honey. And see, even after we boiled, we got a little debris. Look at that. We got all of that out. There's no sand. I didn't have to worry about that. So don't be a snob when it comes to frozen. It could work out. Okay? All right. So this is the trash that came out of it. Let's dump that. This is our mussel juice. Yes. Okay, put that to the side. All right. So now you've got a clean pot, right? The recipe starts now. Go. Okay. Now you've got a clean pot. What we're going to add to this is some oil. There you go. Because we're going to cook off some veggies. Here are the veggies we got. Now, earlier today, I broke this camera. Not the camera, but the arm. Yeah, when I bought it, I should have bought 4. Okay, so the arm is broken, so I'm not going to be moving that, which is probably good news for you today. All right, you just won't be able to see inside the pot. All right, Instagram, you will, however, get a pot view. Okay, all right, I'm going to tilt you just a little bit. What we're going to add to our oil, just a regular vegetable oil, nothing too heavy. You can add sesame oil at some point if you want, but as always with the sesame oil, remember, very teeny bit goes a long way. So to this pot with our oil that's nice and hot, we've got it on a medium right now. We've got some julienne red peppers, right? Red bell peppers. They're not hot, okay? And I've got some sliced sweet onion, okay? I also have a little finger of ginger, which is really because I'm going to use ginger paste. I'm probably going to use a piece of this just to perfume my broth. I like just having a chunk of it there and still having those flavors kind of like go through the ginger and all, so we'll get there. Okay. We'll add our garlic to that. So I did a stir fry the other night, and I've got some tomato left. I'm also going to add the rest of this tomato too. You don't have to, but I've got a little bit. We've got coconut milk that's going to go in here. I did not make my own curry, but I got this one today. The one I had was too many years old. Okay, and when it's too many years old, we throw it out. Hey, cousin Light Bright. Hey, boo. We're only going to use about a teaspoon of Jamaican curry for this, okay? Or Indian curry, whatever you got, all right? To this curry, we're also going to add, when I do curries now, I like to make sure I have a little tamarind paste. But if you don't have tamarind paste, I make my own. I don't buy it out of the store because it has added sugars and stuff. But I make my own, which is sweet enough. But if you don't have tamarind paste, then you can always use brown sugar. Okay. But that's for later. Okay. That's just to give you an idea of what is going into the broth. Okay. So right now, let's go ahead and get some peppers and onions in there cooked off. I'm not rushing tonight. Okay. So slow and steady wins the race. Okay, let's go ahead and get those in there. Let's get a little salt. That was like half a teaspoon. I may decide to add a little bit more later, but I always like to start with the least amount first and go from there. Okay? Great kitchen tip, so you don't have to worry about over sauce. Okay? Ooh, Instagram, y'all got a good view. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna get another video arm. Let's get some fresh pepper in there. This recipe, like I said, I probably won't do it exactly like it because this recipe calls for cayenne pepper, which I haven't. How did I not buy the cayenne today? Anyway, just a little bit. But if you know you can't handle the heat, you don't have to do the cayenne if you don't want. Okay, all right. So let those kind of soften just a little bit. This broth is going to cook down. We're going to add some raw shrimp to it, some white shrimp to this recipe. I've already deveined it, shelled it, and it's just meat. The only thing I will tell you when you're adding your shrimp to this, because you're going to add it raw, clean it really, really good first. Okay, like take through the shrimp and get that because you don't want this having like a shrimpy, fishy. It should be perfumed, all right, but not fishy. So, all right, clean that shrimp really, really, really good. A little bit of salt, lime juice will do the trick. Okay, all right. So we've got a beautiful thing happening in the pot with our veggies. I'm gonna take it up just a little bit. To that, now cilantro. You know how I feel about cilantro, right? Tastes like soap to me. But this recipe calls for it, and I can handle cilantro. I just don't love cilantro, honey. Shoot me, don't. But I'll add a little bit of it. It will just give it a more authentic flavor. This is I'm gonna call it a somewhat Thai dish. Somewhat Thai. Okay. That is soy. Okay, you're good over there. I got a nice big bowl for this. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna find something good on TV to watch. I don't know what. Probably like maybe an Alfred Hitchcock something or other. Yeah, something in black and white, like 39 Steps, some old, early Alfred. And eat my mussels, drink my broth, and just contemplate my next moves in life. Okay? Amazing. As we all should be doing. All right, so get that curry powder ready. We're only going to use, what did I say, a teaspoon or a tablespoon? Go with it. Okay, if you wanted to make your own, yeah, I told you. Can't feel my pinky toes, so I'm not standing up grinding spices. But if you wanted to make your own curry, just look on the back of a really good one. Turmeric, salt, dried onion and garlic, cumin, coriander, black pepper, fenugreek, allspice. That's your curry. Okay. I just know that this brand is a good one. because I've depended on it before. Ooh, okay, can you see? I'm gonna give you a little more of a pot view, Instagram, okay? But look at how pretty, okay? That color isn't gonna change very much, okay? Nice, bright, beautiful dish. To that, remember my garlic paste that I made? This is some strong stuff, okay? So about a heaping tablespoon of garlic. I'm gonna coarsely chop uh the cilantro, okay? Because I don't like a lot, but I just cut it like in 3 places, so that way if I wanted to scoop it out, I could. Okay, all right. Oh, get this ready. Tamarind paste and just coarsely chop some garlic. This is just to perfume it. It's not gonna, you know, disturb the taste. So my I said that was ginger. I called it garlic. My bad. Okay. Awesome. Oh, that smells so good. Ginger paste. Of course it's not open. Oh. I love these tubes. Okay. Oh, that was about a teaspoon, maybe a little under. God, that smells so freaking good. Okay, I'm gonna toss my cilantro in there now, so it'll do what it's supposed to do. Okay, this is the good part. With this, look how pretty. I'm gonna show you because y'all couldn't see that. Isn't that gorgeous, honey? It smells even better. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. When you coming? Just tell me when. Hi, Joycey. Oh gosh, you did. I can't believe, this is Felicia's favorite thing. As a matter of fact, tonight's recipe is dedicated to my cousin Felicia Ben. Mussels are her absolute favorite. And Felicia is just such a fun cousin. I don't spend as much time talking to her as I should, but whenever she's around, the energy is good. So this is for you, girl. Yes, it is a Thai coconut curry to this beautiful, fragrant medley of peppers and onions and garlic and good stuff. You want to add a half cup of white wine to deglaze the pan. If you don't have white wine, that's fine. You can use the mussel liquid, okay? But first, a half. There you go. Yes. Ah, that's what you wanted to sound like. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. All right. So make sure that smells so freaking good. Hi, Angela. Hi, baby. I'm not missing comments tonight. Tonight I'm taking my time. I said when I watched the show back, and I watched it twice, I was like, golly, why you rushing, girl? Slow down. Slow down. You ain't got no sponsors yet. So you don't have to pause for commercial break. You don't have to take a potty break or anything. Why are you rushing? So taking my time tonight with this beautiful Thai, semi-Thai coconut curry dish. I hope y'all love it. Just look at it. Okay. Leave that to cook down. Let that alcohol, when I tell you, I wish you could smell it. So we're going to let the alcohol burn off that white wine just a little bit more till it doesn't smell alcoholic. That's how you know. That ginger pops through. The garlic is very subtle and sweet, which is surprising because I added a good amount of garlic, but everything just smells so harmonious the way life should be. Don't you agree? Okay, so to this, oh, my. Mm, Disco Inferno, burn the smoke down, burn it. I'm gonna go ahead and add my tomatoes. I'm just getting rid of them. You don't have to put tomatoes if you don't want. I figured I could just throw them in there, child. Okay. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of lime juice in there toward the end. Okay, toward the end. Hi, baby. Let folks know that we eating good in my hood, honey. We're going to Thailand. Because she fancy. That's why. We're going to Thailand with this beautiful broth that we're about to make for our mussels and shrimp. You're going to love this one. Okay? That's it. That's it. Now you smell the perfume of the wine. You don't smell alcohol. Okay? That's what you want. Now to that, once you have that, add your curry. You can add the curry when you are frying up your vegetables, but I don't it can char fast. Okay? And that char taste of a curry can leave a little, little residue on the palate. I don't like that. So I kind of give it a little liquid to work with, and that way it's nice and clean. Okay, so about a teaspoon. Let's start with a teaspoon. If we want more, we will add more. Like now, just a little bit. Teaspoon and a half. Okay, keep me on point. Keep me on point. Stir that around. Stir that around. I have not. Oh my God. Ah! That's why you don't burn the curry. Look at this. Look at that. See how it's kind of, see how it's creaming on the pan like that? Baby, we ain't at nothing yet. We haven't done anything yet, okay? Now to this, don't let it fry. Just keep it rolling. Just keep it rolling. To that, I know it looks like I'm doing a lot, but I'm really not. I had this stuff done ahead of time. This is the mussels liquid when we cook the mussels. Add it, not all of it, as much as you want, actually, but I want to see where this goes. If I feel like I need a little liquid later, then I will do that. But right now I don't. Now I want to make sure that I take that up, because we're going to be ready for some coconut milk in a little bit. Coconut milk. Okay, now you have the sweetened and the unsweetened kind, right? Okay, don't mess up. This is the unsweetened kind. Okay, unsweetened. When you get it, make sure that you've shaken it really, really well. There you go. So any pieces or anything like that, or where the cream may kind of stick to the bottom of the can, get all of those goodies from the bottom. Okay, all of it. All right. God, that looks so pretty. Can you see? I know. Okay, bring it up. We want to see little bubbles, and when we see that, we're going to slowly stream in our coconut milk. Get ready, honey. This whole dish about to be fire. Fire! I'm going to put them tomatoes in there now. Tomatoes don't do nothing, honey. I just a little tomato. That's all. Okay. So that I did my ginger. I did the garlic. Oops. The garlic. The I didn't do the tamarind paste yet. Boom. Did the curry. I'm just keeping myself on point. Okay. I know it looks like I go through a lot of spoons because I don't want to be like dipping stuff. Okay. All right, get that stirred up real good. We're gonna stream our coconut milk first, and then we'll add a tablespoon of tamarind paste. Oh God. Okay, you see the little bubbles? See? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I did. Anyway, now that you got the little bubbles, let's turn it down a little bit. Just a little. Okay, so that it keeps that roll going. Okay, because we're gonna add the milk now. Good tip when you're doing the milk is just to kind of move it around. All right, so nothing coagulates, you know, or pools. Everything just gets in there. Oh my God. Ooh, it calls for the whole can of milk. Just move it along, move it along, move it along. Oh my goodness. Do you see that? Do you see that coming together? Guess what I'm eating all weekend? Yeah. Amen. Okay. Let that go. Let that go. Now, there is a trick to this that as it's cooking, I know we haven't added the mussels yet. Just a minute. Okay. And the shrimp is gonna be the last thing. So don't even get all that excited yet. Okay. But the trick to this is to still keep it relatively like kind of at a cooking point, maybe a couple bubbles every now and then, but never boiling, right? Never boiling. So that's the trick. So maybe a medium high. It just depends on your stove. But when I tell you this looks so creamy and sexy and beautiful. Okay. Now we got that going with a little bit of cream. Let's go ahead and get a tablespoon of tamarind paste. Tamarind paste. I've been promising a video of it forever. I know, but it's really sweet, and when you cook it down, you know, but it's not as sweet as adding this much brown sugar. If you don't have tamarind paste and you have brown sugar, do half. Okay, half, because this is not a sweet dish, but the tamarind gives it that sweet, savory umami that we want for this dish. You'll have a beautiful, authentic flavor when you add the tamarind. It just makes a difference. So you can buy it or make your own. But I suggest making your own. Okay. All right. So I can see that when I stop from time to time, I've got little bubbles peeping up. Okay. That's what I want. Okay. Not boiling over. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit because this is my crazy eye. Okay. This crazy eye. Not quite boiling, but medium high. Okay. Now as that's going and it's creaming together, I want to taste before I add my mussels, okay? Because this flavor is going to determine the dish, right? Okay, let's get some of these out of the way. Let's go a little bit. Now it's a broth. It's not a chowder. It's not a stew. Okay, so you're not looking for a thick. Hey, Fee. That's right. You have to try. It's your dish. It's mussels a la Felicia. Yes, honey. Okay, so this is it. All right. So it's moving, right? This ain't no thick soup. Okay, so don't think. Okay, see those little bubbles? If you can see, I know my glasses are fogging up. Child. Okay, that's it. The only thing I want to add to that, which I really don't need a lot of, surprisingly, is the salt. That was about a half a teaspoon the first time. Let's do a half a teaspoon this time around. See what I mean? When you're making it yourself, you control the salt, you control the sugar. It's just so much better for you, and it tastes amazing. Like you don't have to worry about somebody slipping some unpronounceable ingredients in on you. You know, you did it, boo. You did it. Okay, so this is the base, the broth. This is the broth. Hey, boo. That's my cousin T. Denise Davis, y'all. She's sassy and she retired. If you sassy and you retired or you just want to be, honey, you better check my cousin out. T. Denise, put your website in there. Put your link in there now. T. Denise, put your website in there now. This is my cousin business, y'all. Yes, I'm shouting her out because she fierce and she fire and she's the youngest old person I know. I just did that, girl. I'm sorry. You ain't old. Ain't nothing about her old but her money. All right, now, young boys, don't be in my cousin DM. Don't be in her DM. But look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I know. I know. Now that it's so gorgeous, go and add the mussels. Add them in there. Boom, boom. Should have added the shrimp first. Yes, it should, because the mussels are done. Let's go ahead and add the shrimp. That way we can get those done too. See? That's all. I just made sure I clean them. As a matter of fact, they ain't even pretty because I tore them up in the cleaning process with the lime and just washing it over and over again. I don't like that undone shrimp taste. Okay, and stir it in there. Yeah. You only need to cook your shrimp child for about 3 minutes. We ain't trying to cook it to death, but it needs to be pink. Okay, so let that cook. Let that just rest in the broth. So, my folks that can see, from on high, nestle. I said nestle the mussels down in that broth, and that way they just absorb that flavor. Okay, so nestle them in there. Don't be scared. Get them in there. I don't want to add no more liquid. Y'all better get in there. They're trying to get in there. Yeah, get in there. Yeah. All the big girls. Back them up. Hey, just back them up. All the big girls. Just back them up. Hey, just back them up. Okay, cover that a little bit. I told you it don't have no lid. It was $4, honey. But it's a good pie. All right, so cover that. Everything in there is done except the shrimp. Just give it a couple of minutes, and we're gonna be ready to serve this in my big white bowl. And I'm going to tell you, out of all the events of the week, what I left with most of all, and that is the thing. Hi, Lacey McClung Jr. Hi. Thank y'all for checking in. Angela, did I wave to you, baby? Hey, oh Lord. Oh my God, Corey. Hi, baby. I'm so sorry. Hey, Krishan. Okay, I know. I said I was gonna take my time. Hi, J Rock City. Mwah. Y'all. Last week, my dad he chimed in. Now, y'all know my dad ain't no big typer texter, but he was like, baby, did you see me? I came in. I said, no, daddy, I missed it. So I said, you know what? Hey, baby K Dundada. Oh, that's my little one. Not so little no more. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Okay. This is done. Turn it off. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take it off the fire because I don't want to talk it to death. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for telling folks that almost every Friday, we meet here in my kitchen. I share some really nice, really sexy recipes with you. And, you know, it's stuff that you can find in your grocery store. And, you know, just, what was she saying? Can't say, hey, you better find me. Okay? I'm in trailer 18. Remember, I'm in trailer 8. I'm in what? 18. Sorry, y'all. I had to make sure my baby find me. Okay? All right. Okay, so the reason why we're here tonight, I'm going to serve this up for you. Why don't I serve it right now while I tell you what I got out of the week? How about that? Because we're ready to eat. Are we not? Yeah. Oh my God. So don't worry, I'm gonna show you. Don't mix it up enough. You said what? You said you're gonna make this weekend? Go ahead. I already told you everything you need. You can get it down the street. All you gotta do is go down the street and get the stuff, and then you can make it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's use. Where's my ladle? I cannot find it, so we'll use this. Okay. I'm so glad I didn't add more mussel juice, cause this right here, baby Dodada, I know you love some mussels. That's why she tuned in tonight. Mm-hmm. Okay, don't worry. I'm gonna fix this up nice and pretty for you, Felicia. Okay. All right. This is. Hang on. All right. And when I take pictures this weekend with my new phone, can't tell me a thing. Honey. Can't tell me nothing. Mm-hmm. I call her Mussels a la Felicia. This one's for you, baby. I hope you enjoy. Honey, me and old Alfred Hitchcock. I'm talking 39 steps. Alfred Hitchcock. Tonight in these mussels. So I'm gonna just bring this over here so you can honey, oh my God. Let me show you this broth. Okay, I'm trying just to get the broth to show you. Creamy, luxurious, sexy broth. Have you ever had sexy broth though? No, you haven't. You ain't never heard of it before, but this is what it looked like. It looked like that. This is what it tastes like. See, I feel like if I was in Thailand, maybe this is what it would taste like for real, for real. Oh, my lime. That's what they do in Thailand. They squeeze just a little bit of, a little bit of lime juice on that, honey. And then they put the wedge of lime right there. And now you have yourself an authentic sort of Thai recipe. The only thing we didn't have was the bok choy. It must have been expensive because I went to 2 stores and didn't find any. So after wasting all that gas, I said, let me just come over. We'll do without the bok choy tonight. But look how meaty. Look at, see how my camera zoomed in on that? Honey, she got a good camera. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. I'll share the pictures with you. Um, hmm. When you gonna make it? Sunday? Saturday? Just go get the stuff. Now I want, this is the shrimp that just sat in the broth raw. Honey, you ain't got to fry it off first or nothing like that. This is a nice clean recipe. We didn't add a whole lot of other oils and fats to this. Look at that squirrel. Again, camera zoom. Winning. Why black people do that? Why we do that? Why we so extra? Why we gotta be dancing and carrying on when we get some good food? Why? It tastes so clean and bright. Miss Myrick, our culinary arts advisor at West Charlotte High School, honey, I did it. Oh God. It's a broth. It ain't supposed to be super creamy and thick. It's a broth. You can eat this and go work out. If you wanted to. All right. I'm gonna get to that in a little bit, but I'm gonna tell you this, okay? And I feel like I'm still coming in under an hour. Not that I'm like pressed, but I don't feel rushed. I feel like I took my time with this recipe and I was just able to kind of like melt into it. So this this was a calming recipe. It's definitely given Zen vibes. This whole meal is a mood. Okay, you should make it. You'll be happier. But let me tell you, out of everything that I saw, felt, and experienced this week, the one takeaway that I have is this, okay? Because I'm not shy about my healing process. I'm raggedy a lot of the times. Not lately though. Lately, and what's been helping me is therapy. I ain't shy about that either, honey. I have a great therapist, and she has been when I'm telling her that, she was like, no, don't give me that credit. You're doing the work. So she's always reminding me that it's me doing the work. And when we met on Thursday, I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that I'm doing the work and it feels good. I feel awakened. I feel there's nothing like really tapping in to you and taking that beat just to think and feel. Everything doesn't have to be calculated, but it's so much nicer when you can apply a little bit of thought and focus to your actions before you take them. So out of everything that I saw, Yeah, no, we're not talking about Will Smith and all of that. But I will tell you what that situation taught me. One, it taught me that with every situation that happens to myself, to someone else, when I see it, when I experience it, um, it's important for me to acknowledge, yes, where I am with that. And that one this week, yeah, with that whole thing just kind of had me, in a space, and it was frustrating, but I got to, think about where those feelings were coming from, and um, how I can take the time to, I don't know, self assessment's good. It don't always feel good, but it's good. It's good. So we've been doing that work. Okay, I'm just letting you know what's going on over here. We're doing that work. Okay, I recognize I ain't where I need to be, but Lord knows I'm a little bit better than I was last year. Thank God. Thank God. So I was talking to a dear friend of mine, and I'm gonna tell you something about dear friends. Cherish them. Cherish them. So I was talking to a dear friend of mine about, the whole Oscar situation. Okay. And I felt so strongly about that situation. And some of you saw the posts, that I did, parts 1 and 2, for the aftermath of that. I still feel how I feel. But now I'm tapping into why I feel the way I feel. And the peel back, ooh, sometimes ripping that scab because of stuff that you didn't already deal with. Yeah. So now when situations happen, whether it's to someone else or myself, I'm learning to ask myself, what can I learn from this? This I'm not preaching nobody else. This is me. Okay. This was my self-talk. This is my therapy. This is, you know, part of my awakening. Okay. What can that situation teach me about me? One, there before the grace of God go I. It could be any one of us. No, you might not, walk up to somebody on their job and smack them in the face, but you've probably gotten to a point. Let me flip that. I've gotten to a point. So although I may not have done that thing, um, I've had some uncool moments, So first recognizing that you're not above it. I'm not above it. Let me speak in eyes, okay? That I'm not above that. So I can use that situation to teach me about me. And that's what I've been doing. After I vented, I was able to like dissect it. So I'm talking to a friend. I'm going back to that. So I'm talking to a friend of mine, and I'm trying very hard. I don't know why I'm trying. I didn't read the cue. I didn't realize that my friend really didn't want to talk about the situation. My friend really just wanted to like, you know, hear the situation and like not even deal with it on any other level other than that, which is fine. You should respect that, okay? And what I was doing as I'm talking to the friend, I'm like almost like trying to convince my friend, how strongly I felt about this thing. The fact that, nobody deserves to, have somebody hit them on the face at their job and yada, yada, this was that. And then, I felt how I felt. And I had a very emotional response to it because um, there were some triggers in there. Um, so my friend said, I'm gonna tell you about friends in a little bit. Okay, my friend said to me, um, you asked me how I felt about it, but I feel like you're disrespecting me in this moment because you're not allowing me to answer. You're not allowing my I didn't like where the answers were going. I didn't, it was almost like, yeah, I just need for you to hear me. Okay. That's where I was. And and when my friend told me that, it stung. And it was like, damn, I did do that to you. I'm sorry. It is never my job, anybody's job, but I'm talking about me. It is never my job to try to convince somebody or make them, ascribe to my value system or whatever. Like, that ain't my job. It's just not. But when my friend told me, oh, like, I feel like you disrespect me because I'm trying to tell you how I feel, but you're not listening. And I thought, wow, how many other times do I do that? Probably more than I would like to admit. And I think out of everything that happened this week, that awakening for me was everything. Everything. I needed to hear that. Like, yo, I don't have to agree with you. I hear you, but can you hear me now? That's what my friend was saying. And I was like, wow, I'm sorry. Like, in the moment, I was remorseful, and but only because I had been taking time to do the work. So I knew that my friend calling me out in that moment was out of love and respect. And it was my job to respect my friend and love my friend in that moment just the same. So I'm glad that, we got through that, but it was like, wow, I think I grew up a little bit. Like, that was important, and relationships are so important. And you getting your point across, me getting my point across, I'm talking about me getting my point across is so much less important than loving and respecting my friend. I don't need to get my point across, because if you're my friend, you already know my value system, you know how I feel about things. I don't need to, you know I don't need to preach to the choir. So this thing about friends and people that you love, whether they're relatives or not, related to you by blood or not, um, to have that kind of accountability with another human being is so important. And it's necessary to have your friends call you out in love. That message, that experience, all of that, everything that I felt that came with it was so real. And nobody was trying to take that away from me, thank God. But I learned so much from it, something that I'm going to take with me into next week and into other relationships down the line. If you have a friend who doesn't call you out in love, then honey, you don't have a friend. You have a half loyal subject, Your Highness. It's a lesson. Are relationships worth it? No, 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 no. So remembering to think and speak and act with love also means thinking and speaking and acting with respect for others as often as you can. I may miss the mark sometimes. I may. But correct me in love, restore me. bring me back where I need to be so I can get back on track and continue with my life in the best possible way for everybody connected to me, period. But most important for myself. So you can take my message and use it as your own. You can take the events of it. You know, some people saw it. I'm not knocking that. Some people just didn't want to talk about it, and that's bad. Like, you don't have to make people talk about it, Carla. You don't have to. You can feel how you feel. But if people don't want to talk about it, fine. You know? Um, but whatever happens, whether it's you or somebody else, don't think yourself above that situation. Because it could be one thing. It could be one step, or it could be 27 steps, as I said in a previous post. Enough time to think, enough time to stop, take a beat, think about how I'm acting and speaking. And hopefully it's with the most love and appreciation and gratitude for everyone around you. Honey, it's time for y'all to go bye bye. You better make it. I hope you do. I'm gonna enjoy this recipe because I took my time and it tastes like love. Honey, I put that the pinky toe I couldn't feel. I think it fell in here. I must have put my pinky toe in it because it was good. Remember, I love you. I do. And I hope you love me back. Bye.